What's up, guys? It's TheWokeIndigo 11 here, coming at you today with another video. And today I'm going to be sharing with you some very important information that can completely change your life and can even end your depression right now, this very second. So let's get into it. First of all, let me just say I have had my bout with depression before. Believe me, I think there was a period of probably like on and off, but like mostly on for like 2 years, 2.5 years or so, where I was just like suicidal and just hated my life. And every single day I would have these thoughts and I would just like sit in the dark and just, I would hear these thoughts in my head, just kill yourself. You're not worth it. You're not good enough. You're pathetic. Nobody likes you. Nobody cares about you. Like, you don't deserve money. You don't deserve happiness. You don't deserve the life you have. All these things. All right. So believe me, I've been there. But here is the thing that is going to change your life. All right. When you're having these thoughts, there's two things that you can do. All right. And 99% of people, when they have these thoughts, they think, that's me. These are my thoughts I'm having. This is me. These are my thoughts, and they identify with those thoughts. So if you hear your thought like, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm worthless, people will believe I'm not good enough, I'm not worthless, or I am worthless. But it's not that simple, okay? Here's the thing. You are not your thoughts, all right? Your thoughts are just generated. So basically, think about it. You'll just be sitting there and then you'll randomly just think about some random stupid thing that's crazy and you'll just be like, what the heck? Like, you're not your thoughts. You don't need to identify with all of your thoughts. And the thing is, if you do identify with your thoughts, then anything that your ego generates is just going to become what you identify with, and it's like almost a self-fulfilling prophecy. So what you should do is anytime you have a thought, take a step back from the situation and look from a higher perspective. Look from the perspective of, I am not my ego, and just like observe what the thoughts are. So for example, if you're having the thoughts, I'm worthless, I want to kill myself, I don't deserve to live, I don't deserve this, I don't deserve this, I'm not good enough, blah blah blah, I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm blah blah blah, I'm not good enough, like anything like that, sit back and observe those thoughts and think to yourself, why am I having these thoughts? They're not true. That's not me. I'm not depressed. I'm not worthless. I'm not all these things. And just take a step back and just kind of identify and analyze your ego and why you're having these experiences. So what you need to understand is that there's your ego and your soul. And think of your brain, okay, when you come into this earth, this physical brain, it's basically a biomechanical computer machine AI learning system. And from the second you're born, your brain is just learning information and you're picking up things and this and that. And you're raised a certain way, you're in a certain environment, and you've had certain beliefs projected onto you by other people since the day you were born. And so that all adds to your ego. And it's hard to be unbiased and how to really look back from the world and see the truth. So what you need to understand is that you are not your ego, you are your soul, and your soul is who you really are in your multi-dimensional higher level state. So here's the thing. Whenever you're having any sort of thought, you can analyze it and step back and then say, well, is this a good thought? Is this a bad thought? Do I identify with this? Do I not want to? If you have a thought, I'm ugly, I'm not good enough, take a step back and say, what the hell? I'm good enough. I'm attractive. Like I'm this, I'm that. And if you project positive things onto yourself, then they'll happen. But if you just identify with any negative thought that you have in your brain, oh, I look like shit today, oh, blah blah blah, you're just gonna end up just self-fulfilling prophecy. So basically, that's a way that you can cure depression immediately. Next time you have a thought, I'm not good enough, I'm depressed, I don't deserve this, take a step back and say, why am I thinking like this? What is the truth? I don't want to be depressed. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to feel like I'm not good enough. Because you are good enough, and that's the truth. So just understand that. You can identify the patterns of your ego and kind of see, ooh, my ego has been really thinking these thoughts lately. I need to work on understanding that that's not really who I am, and you need to kind of practice training your brain and training your ego into having different thought patterns, because the truth is, anything that you think about a lot, that is something that is gonna just get stuck in your brain, and it's just due to like the anatomy of your brain and synapses and neurons and myelin wraps. So basically, anytime you have a thought and you just keep thinking it, that same neural pathway in your brain just gets stronger and stronger and bigger, and you're more likely to use that. So if you can just understand, anytime you have a sad thought, just take a step back and try to take that negative thought and turn it into a positive thought, and just say, wait, I'm not ugly, I'm attractive. Wait, I'm not depressed, I'm happy. I'm not good enough. I'm so much more than what I've been telling myself. I am good enough. I'm good enough for everyone. And just change your patterns, change your thought patterns. And sometimes I even catch myself, like, I'll just be driving and like have like some road rage because someone will cut me off, and then I'll just be like, oh, like, screw that guy, like, really bad. And it's just like, dang, my ego's really aggressive today. And so you need to just understand, your thoughts are not you. You have an ego, but you also are a soul. So take a step back, analyze everything, and find out what doesn't resonate with you. I'm TheWokeIndigo 11. This is another video. If you liked, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hope this helps you. Hope this helps you understand your true worth. Peace, love, and namaste.